data types. Today's session is data types. We have discussed yesterday that we can create variables. So what are the variables? Anybody? Variables? Variables are used to store some data, and data can be any type. So variables are containers, and we can name that container with whatever name of our own choice. We are good with this. So this is our data. So now we are storing a data. Now we have to understand how different types of data we have. So data types are nothing but different types of data. Fine. So in Python, it's very simple. We only have three types of data. We only have three types of data. Let's look. I'll point out the main data. Mm, okay. Okay, whatever. So data are three types: integer, float, and string. Three types of data. Integer is it is a kind of data which is a whole number: 5, 6, 7, 10. This is a whole number. Then yesterday we have discussed about the string. Yesterday we discussed about the string as well, right? So integer, it is a data type which can be 5, 6, 7. Why do we is a whole number. Then we have seen yesterday about string. We have seen, so what was the rule for string? Single inverted comma or double inverted comma. So this is the rule for the string. Fine. Then comes float. Then comes float. So float is not a whole number. Think about any other doubt. Think about character. Monoj, we don't have characters in here. Everything is string in Python. Okay, character, word, sentence, everything. So let's focus. Now I am creating a variable of my own choice, n equal to 5. N equal to 5. So let me check what is the data type for this 5. So you have noticed one thing. If anybody of you have done programming language, you would know that other programming languages, you have to mention which data type. Rajkar Yadav, please mute yourself. Okay. So in other programming languages, you have to tell that which data type is this. But in Python, you don't have to do that. Python will understand on its own that which data type is it in real. Okay. So let's see. I have done n equal to 5. Now I will check. So whenever you have to check the data type for anything, for a variable, especially when you want to check for a data type of a variable, you can just give this n over here. Okay, so this is my integer data type. Till then you can please mute yourself. So now next is my float. So I told you, so here if I put -5 also, no, so it will not change. It will still be integer because I don't have a decimal thing over here. Okay, so let's try differently. I can give any variable, okay? So don't think about why I'm giving any certain variables. It's n, n1, all of these are my own choices. Now what I will write over here, I am purposefully trying to give a number which is float. So 4.5, something like this. So let's check the type. What should be the type? What should be the type? Like we just discussed, float.
Float.
Yes, float. Float. So this is called float. Okay. So you just have to give this decimal number and it will figure out what data type it is. Then comes a different variable where I want to give a string. So ABC, for example. So I will check the type for S. So what is the type? String. So short form for string is str. Yes. No, there is no range. Okay. You can give a very big number and still expect the integer. Fine, Kunal. So we don't have any complexity here. You can use integer every time. So you won't have to see the range, size, or nothing. Then comes, there is one possible way. Now, for example, I want to convert this n is right now my integer, right? The type for this n is integer. Now, I want to convert this to a float number. We we actually have predefined size for each data type. Okay, so you have to see that. So normally in Python, you don't have to take care of that. That Python does. So that Python has that memory management on its own, garbage cleaner. So it will figure it out for you. You won't have to bother about it. I think someone of you is still un unmuted. Please make sure you're on mute. If you say something, only unmute yourself. Otherwise, please mute yourself. Okay. So now, for example, I'm trying to convert a integer int to float. Int, I'm converting int to float. Fine. How will I do that? So my n is equal to 5, like I just saw, or any number. This I can figure out, right? That this is my integer. So I have to convert this n, which is integer now, to float. How can I do that? Just write float float. This is a keyword. Machine understands this word. It's not a alphabet, any kind of word. It's not a variable. It's a word, keyword. So whenever you want to convert anything to float, just mention that. So what is my n? N is my 5. I've mentioned 5 in n and I'm putting n inside this float. Let me see. 5 equal to 0. So the decimal, even though I don't have anything after dot, yes. So n equal to 5 and float is my n. So this is how it is. I have converted n successfully to a float. So now what if my n is equal to 5.3, 5.6, okay? I want to convert this into integer. So int, and I put n inside this. So what should I get? I should get 5. Okay. So why? Because my integer is a whole number, is a number without a decimal.